Hey, what's up, guys? Frugal BC here. Welcome back to another live stream event. We were talking Algorand news, HBAR news, Near Protocol news, just crypto news in general, covering anything we think is worthy. Okay, Abby, you got to go down. And my dog is going bananas because I started the live stream. Hold on one second, guys. Abby, come here. You got to go to your pen. Come on. In you go. Yep, in you go. Go on. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to put the puppy in her bed. So, of course, as soon as I start the live stream, she starts jumping on me. Isn't that always the case? But she's a sweetie. We went out for a long walk today. It is sunny today. Was really snowy yesterday, but not as snowy as the crypto accounts have been. We're going to look at that. As you can see behind me, looking like some red candles there for Algorand. And so, yeah, let's cover to the regular crypto charts and the ASA charts. I'm going to share some thoughts on my Blur video. There was some criticism about it, and I kind of want to clarify my position on that. So we'll talk about that a little bit. 13 million Algo suspected stolen. This has been very interesting. I've been following this. We'll take a look at this story. And finally, some stuff going on with governance period 6. They were awfully quiet about period 6. We didn't really know what was going on. So some new stuff there we're going to look at. Lofty creating a quick way to transition between fiat and US dollar coin. And that is the Algorand version of US dollar coin, just to be clear. IMF recommends crypto not recognized as legal tender. More nonsense from the IMF. And I got some stuff for Near Protocol, live webinar. You can learn all about the basics of Near Protocol. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Not a lot of HBAR. Let's see, we got some people in the chat. Catlin's joined us. What's going on, Catlin? Nice to have you on. Just remember, throughout the live stream, if you guys have any questions, leave them in the chat. I used to save them all at the end, but I decided it's a little more fun to just kind of read them as it goes. So anytime you guys want to chat, just let me know. Leave it in the chat, and we respond on the stream. Pretty fun. And as ways to support the channel, you can see in the links down below. There's a variety of things. We got Lofty deals with Lofty. Let's see what else. Ledger, links to Ledger. Keep your crypto safe. A variety of things we will, and I was hoping to have it for this live stream, but I was working with the NifGen team. They are working on onboarding the creators. So if I've talked about NifGen before, it's basically like a Patreon for blockchain creators. Specifically in Algorand, most of us Algorand folks are on board with it. And the mainnet launches on Monday for everybody. I went through the account creation with NifGen, kind of logged in just to see how it would work. We've actually found some bugs. We found that the referral codes don't work. So it actually wouldn't display the referral code in my account. So I think I helped them find a little bug, and we're going to fix that and get that going. So that's going on. Very excited about NifGen. I think it'll be a great way for you guys. You can help support your favorite creators. And what I like about it, because with Patreon, you'll have if you got 5 podcasters you have to pay fees to all 5 podcasters. With this one, if you have 5 Algorand creators, you can do one subscription and basically get access to all the extra content for all the creators on the platform. So I think it's a great deal. We're really excited. I think it's going to help making this content a little more financially viable, which means you probably have more of us folks making more videos eventually. We're like that. So otherwise, we always take super chats and things like that. So always appreciated. Not necessary. You can just watch the stream if you want. And again, check out any of the links in the description if you want to start the if you want to support the channel is what I mean. And of course, likes are free, subscribes are free. So feel free to do any one of those. Remember, you don't have to smash it. You can just press it gently. Okay, let's take a look at the charts to start off with here. I hope you guys are doing all doing well out there, by the way. And I didn't reset it. Algorand, yep, down 9%. We're sitting at just under 25 cents. I kind of pointed that out, but let's go back up to the top. And I apologize, my computer is extraordinarily slow. So Bitcoin sitting around, everything's down, by the way. Bitcoin down to 23,000. Ethereum back down to about 15,000. So everything's down about between 4 and 10%. Some a little more. Polygon really fell. Pretty much everything is down on the week. I'm just looking for some possible exceptions. There doesn't seem to be any, other than Eunice said Leo is barely down on the week, which is, oh, here we go. Toncoin actually went up 1.31%, so that's interesting. Bitcoin Cash didn't have a huge drop. Stellar, yeah, even Hedera is down like 14%. Now that was one of the ones that was bucking the trend. It was up and everything else was down, but yeah, it actually fell. I believe it fell a bit, didn't it? It wasn't. It was a little higher than 32 before, wasn't it? Near at 34. Yeah, and that one's down 13%. So a lot of my favorites are actually quite a bit down. Algorand at 37. 37th place, just under 25 cents. And yeah, it's kind of a bummer because we're seeing a little bit of resurgence now in the last hour, so that's good. But now remember Algorand, when I was first doing these live streams, Algorand was always 27, 28. I think it might have been as high as 26. And so it's kind of sad to see it drop so much in market cap and be overtaken by a lot of these other coins. But that doesn't mean, well, like I said, I think our usage, I don't think it's a great coin for price action. Not that it won't go up. It's just that other ones will go up more. But I obviously I still don't do a ton of content. There's a difference between the price and the utility, and you might think that they're intimately connected, but I assure you they are not, which is something we'll talk about when we get to my comments on Blur. Okay. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, Moist Granny's up, but otherwise, a lot of positive news here. Let's see. DeFi token down on the week. Chips up on the week, also up on the 24-hour. Interesting. Looks like it had a big jump fairly recently. Cosmic Gold down to about 3 cents, a little over 3 cents. That one's dropped quite a bit. Opulus dropped. All the Opulus fans would be sad a little bit because it's down on the week, down 10% on the day. Bank down, but kind of holding steady as Algorand is up just a teeny bit. The Yieldly still around, down a little bit on the week. Vestige had a good week. That's way up on the 7-day, also 3%. 10. GoMint. That's a weird looking chart for GoMint. I don't know what happened there. Doesn't seem, I don't know, something must be going on there because that doesn't look right. Yeah, IENU is on the trending charts. I almost did a takedown video, but I just don't quite have enough information. But it is listed on Para as suspicious now. They have their claims about why that might be. So I think if it gets reported a few times, it can get on suspicious, even if it hasn't necessarily done anything wrong. But you notice there's also no verification. So take it with a grain of salt. I'll be cautious of it. Let's see. Okay, so that's the charts. Let's see how people are doing. Who else is on here? Yeah, Pat's on there. What's going on, Pat? Speaking of FBC, I forgot to mention also, and I don't know if you can see this in the live stream video or not, but I've updated my store. It is now, I might have been attached before, but I didn't really like the designs that were on there. But now the designs that are on there are solid. They're that's the one I like. I've got an HBAR one I'm kind of cooking up too. But if you guys want to support the channel and you want Frugal BC merch, I've got one in the mail that's coming, so I'm going to be wearing it on the show. Right now, a lot of people ask about the Algo. You could only get it there. But I will have one. It'll look similar to this. I don't think I wasn't able to put it on the side like this one. That's what I really wanted to do. The shop I used doesn't have that option. So let's see. Jeffrey says, "Greetings from Standish, Maine. How's it going? You probably got as much snow as we did last week because we were just covered in it. My arms were sore from shoveling." And Catlin says, "Any HBAR below 10 cents is good to me." Yeah, me too. Absolutely. All right. Well, we got a few news items. Before we get to that, I kind of want to talk about the Blur video I did this week. It wasn't terribly well received. A couple comments, people liked it, but so what I will say is that I don't feel like I did a very good job on the production end of it. My speech was a little stuttered. I wasn't very confident in that one. I'm not sure why. I think because I was entering into new territory. So I've been studying a lot of Nassim Taleb's anti-fragility, and it's been really interesting because a lot of the things he talks about in that book I'm already doing because I think I already recognized where anti-fragility comes from. And also it gave me a term, asymmetric opportunities, which is something that I've noticed and is one of the reasons I'm big on crypto in the first place. The reason I think crypto is a good investment is because you can put a small amount in, which means you have a very low downside, and you can gain like 30, 40, 50x sometimes if you time it right. And it also it's such an asymmetry that you don't have to be perfect. In fact, you can make a lot of mistakes and still make pretty good returns in crypto. So the reason why it's a low downside is because it can only go to zero. So if you're putting in a very small portion of your investment into a particular coin, and that coin goes to zero, you lost a very small amount of money. Let's say I do $1,000. Okay, so let's say I put $1,000. Now, for a lot of people, that might be a lot of money. That's a good chunk of change for me, but it's not. Well, in fact, you know what? I'll make it 500. Well, if it 50x's, then I could be looking at $25,000, right? Whereas the downside is I lose $500, and that sucks. That still sucks, right? But am my math right? Yeah, my math's right. Because 5 would be, yeah, okay. I try not to do public math when I can, but sometimes it can't be avoided. But the point is, like, so it's a very low downside, but the potential upside is huge. That's why I think crypto can be a great investment. But that's also why I don't tell you guys to put, I don't do this, and I don't tell you guys to put all your money in crypto, because I think then the downside actually gets quite large. So you definitely want to be putting money into crypto that you can roughly afford to lose. I mean, it's probably going to hurt a little bit. It stings. I lost some money on Celsius, and it stings, but it didn't ruin my life. You know what I'm saying? So that takes us to the Blur token. And so in this video that I put out this week about the Blur token, I made this argument that it's an asymmetrical bet. I think it's a good asymmetrical bet because there's an actual platform behind it, and it's building an NFT marketplace that seems to have a really good shot at upending OpenSea. Is it a risky bet? Absolutely. It is definitely a risky bet. And the amount of money that I will be putting into Blur is a teeny fraction of my crypto holdings, which is a teeny fraction of my whole portfolio. So now the reason I'm safe I feel like I'm safe making that bet is I have so Taleb talks about the barbell strategy. So you have really, really safe bets on the one end and your really risky stuff on the other, and you kind of ignore that middle zone because that's where the real danger is. I look at it more like an aircraft carrier and airplanes. So I've got my aircraft carrier, and that's slow and safe and steady and nearly indestructible, and that's my index funds that I do through Wealthfront. And then I have my crypto stuff, and that's my little fighter planes that can go get big wins for me. But also, you can afford to lose a plane here and there, and so that's the way I look at it. That's my whole investment strategy, frankly. So it's been really interesting to read that book and be like, oh my God, he's putting names to things that I've just sort of been doing, right? And that's my whole point. So when I make a video about Blur, and I actually started the video thinking it was going to be like, yeah, don't fall for this crazy coin. But the more I looked into it, I realized it was attached to this really smart NFT project. The more confident I was. Actually, this is probably a good little bet, and it is a risky bet. I said that in the video. I'll say that here. It's a risky bet, but I think it's a good one. And it's also, I'm making a small bet. So just to keep that in mind. Anyway, I don't want to belabor the point about the, about this video. I just wanted to point that out because I don't feel like I did a very good job in that video. I took a really, really long time to get to the actual point, which I probably should have found a way to make earlier in the video. So if, that's what it is, I guess. So I hope that makes more sense. And now we'll get to the Algorand news. Let's see. This is funny. Pat says, need to sell a t-shirt that says I heart MetaMask. Oh, that's funny. I love it. I love me some MetaMask. And, Pat knows MetaMask. Okay. So this one's interesting. Ah, dang it. Okay, hold on. So guys, I keep forgetting it. I have to make Brave my default browser. So yeah, I'm kind of excited about. I think the design for my first merch is kind of cool. I like it. I'm gonna see what it looks like. So I totally understand if you guys wanna wait till it actually comes in. It might take a little just to see what it looks like in person. I know I had a lot of people ask about this hat, both on the live streams and even in the comments section. So. But okay, this one is interesting. Apparently, there's now suspected 13 million Algo that's been stolen from possibly a few accounts, and there's been some investigation into this. John Woods, CTO, has commented on this, and he's involved in looking into this. So we're going to take a look at this news item from Algo Daddy. Oops, hold on. Yeah, Pat's funny, isn't he? Let's see, here we go. Yeah, this comes from Algo Daddy, which is another site devoted to Algorand. Oops, I'm just gonna put that down. Breaking over 13 million Algo now suspected stolen. Algorand officials remain silent as unexplained scandal deepens. This was revealed by D13_CO as they investigated several transactions between 19th and 21st of February. I don't know, 20 TH, it should be 20 ST, 21 ST, but all right. We're going to look at the news in a second, but he had a response that said, folks, I agree that there's too many of these hacks to be a coincidence, but it's not a problem with the protocol. We're working to help on an individual basis. Looks like a targeted attack to me. Be extra careful with your operational security. Double check before you approve transactions. This is funny from Dragonfly.algo. He says, kind of weird you mentioned Algorand officials remain silent. It'd be like if you wrote a headline, neighborhood homes robbed, home construction company remains silent. Well, you may want to check with your home construction company or realtor that they didn't leave an extra key somewhere at the back door without your knowledge. Either way, it's simple. It's simply about wanting to clarify the situation. Yeah, that's fair. No, I think it's fair to say if you reach out to them, so if they respond, I think they're becoming better at responding. Over 13 million Algo suspected stolen between 19th and 21st of February. Yesterday, Algo Daddy posted an article about over 3.5 million Algo being confirmed stolen from different community members. Now can report that 13 million Algo suspected stolen. Over 12 accounts have been affected. It's unclear if Algo was stolen through an exploit or executed using phishing techniques. Yeah, so very interesting. Algorand-focused developer collective D13.co contacted Algo Daddy during the afternoon. They had found several large suspicious transactions similar to those previously reported hacked. This became apparent after having dug deeper into Algorand transactions of ineligible governors between 19th and 21st of February. I thankfully did not see my wallet on there, but I don't know if you guys can read that. It's pretty small, but some of the addresses there. I know mine's not on there, so that's good. But I did actually bump out of governance. Most of the stolen Algo has been transferred to the non-custodial crypto exchange known as Change Now, which operates without extending KYC to alts users. Still, it should be noted that the Change Now team has implemented several AML mechanisms designed to detect fraud and filter suspicious transactions. Yeah, I don't know. It would be so that I'm thinking about that home analogy. Normally, you'd probably say, yeah, the construction company wouldn't have much to do with break-ins, but if it was all from one company and they were all like the same method, you might think, well, is there something that the home construction company did that led these burglaries to happen? Like maybe their doors are built in properly or something, or they're not installing them right so that people can break in or something. So I think that's kind of the equivalent here. So I'm not sure that criticism from Algo Daddy isn't warranted. Just my opinion. So if you're missing some Algo, we might want to check in with them. Pat says, do you think Algorand Foundation's investigation will find anything of substance regarding the stolen Algo? I don't know. Well, the thing about on-chain shenanigans is like they're usually pretty easy to track. The reason it's on-chain, which means there's a ledger, which means there's an account of the transactions where everything goes. So people can track it if they find at some point they have to off-ramp it. So when they off-ramp it, they'll have to reveal themselves, or at least the location where it happened, probably the institution. And, so this is one of the things I get frustrated when people say like, oh, well, crypto, that's all just scams and criminals use it. It's like, well, if you're a criminal, the last thing you want is a publicly available ledger that can't be changed. One of the worst things you can have happen is have your ledger discovered. I mean, that's the holy grail of evidence for prosecutors. So like the idea that criminals would be using it at this state, I mean, sometimes they still do. I mean, people do dumb things, but you're much less likely now than you were 10 years ago to use Bitcoin. 10 years ago, yeah, because the FBI had no clue. Now they've got people trained in like blockchain. What's the word I'm looking for? Not logistics, but forensics, blockchain forensics. So they know what they're doing. They'll find you. Anyway, that's that news item. I think that's fun. Let's see what else we got cooking. Governance 6. You might have been a little surprised if you were involved in Algorand governance that the the votes just seem to be missing. We're almost to the end of February and no vote. Well, here's a little bit about what's going on. Since I wish they made these transitions a little more. That's this one. Update governance period 6 draft measure check-in. This is on the Algorand official Reddit. Subreddit. Let's see. Update being able to vote on community proposals allow XGovs the opportunity to consider those applications as part of the program. So XGov is coming. That's another thing I'd really like to dive into. I've been talking with someone on Twitter who's very involved in the XGov development, and it'd be fun to have him on. Actually, there's a couple of people I follow, and both of them would be great. The GP6 measures are going live on the governance today, Friday 24th. This is actually yesterday as I record this. By close of business EST to allow for a week for further feedback before opening the vote on the 3rd of March. So it's coming on March 3rd. That's one of the latest. I think that might be one of the latest votes that we've seen. Measure 1, boosting the DeFi allocation by 5 million Algo by 5 million from 15 to 20. Reallocate the 5 million boosted to a targeted DeFi rewards program, allowing DeFi protocols to apply for the boost based on qualifying criteria. More details on the governance portal soon. This new proposal is based on Guardian's idea, and it might ignite the impact that Rome foresees with their liquidity provision idea, which I have noted down to discuss with my team to investigate feasibility. And I gotta tell you, governance has just gotten so complicated, and it just seems so like what's the point? I've been now that I've been like staking on Kepler wallet with Atom and Cosmos, and on Hashpack with HBAR, which I have a video if you want to know how to stake your rewards really easy. And it's just, you just stake and forget it. And I miss that. I miss when Algorand had that, when you just had the wallet and you earned your 5.5%, just held it there, and I was happy. I was good doing that. I wasn't even I actually held a lot of Algo in my wallet just because I wanted to earn the staking rewards, and I didn't feel like I needed to chase yield as much. Now I'm chasing yield. Governance just seems like, I don't know, messy is maybe the right word, but also like it just feels pointless. And especially with DeFi got me excited to go back into governance, but then like there's so many little picky rules. I actually fell out of governance this time because I unstaked my pool. Now I had the pool, the LP was still in my wallet, but apparently if you unstake at any point in that time, it's removed. I can't even remember why I unstaked. I think it actually ended. I think the period ended, so I was going to unstake it, but hold on to it. But apparently that's enough to get you kicked off. And I just think like it's so much easier to allocate your crypto to the network on these other blockchains that I'm like, why bother with governance? So maybe some people disagree with me. I'm just not a fan of it. So that's my opinions on governance. Let's see. Gib MK says voting starts on the 3rd of March. Yep, that's what we just covered. It said that on the official Algo thing. And you can secure your Algo on with a Ledger Nano. Ledger is required to make transactions. That's right. And I do have a link down below for Ledger if you guys are interested in Ledger and protecting your crypto. You can find that in the description. Pat says, you got to bring back the interest on Algo. Forget governance. I'm with you. Yeah, man. It's just it just seems like such a pain. It's getting more complicated, but it just doesn't seem like what are you really getting? My vote isn't affecting anything. I'm like such a tiny. All the whales. It's basically if you're a whale, you can have a say, and if you're not, you can't. So I don't know. I just really lost my interest in governance. At first, I was excited because I was like, "Oh, cool! You know, you can make a little extra. You could for staking, but oh yeah, this is another interesting one. So, it's a Lofty AI, which is a real estate platform on the Algorand blockchain. Apparently, between fiat and US dollar coin, the Algorand version, otherwise known as USDA. Let's take a look at that. I'll just share this really quick. Hey, Lofty A, today we're launching our beta solution to easily on-ramp and off-ramp between fiat and USDC. USDCA, actually. In fact, do we want to go? Yeah, let's read. Let's look at their things. I'm going to pull this up on Twitter. I'm going to share this tab. Sorry, my computer's really slow. We read that part, you know, that they're launching this solution easily on-ramp and off-ramp between fiat and USDCA. ACH transfer and wire transfer converts from USD to USDC. Optionally, send those funds to a different Algo wallet. Withdraw USDC from your Lofty wallet to your bank account as USD. And then they have a little thing to sign up. There's an initial test to see if Algo fam finds this useful. If feedback is positive, we'll put more time into improving and turning this into a permanent solution for the Algorand community. Thanks to the folks at Algo Foundation for your feedback on this new feed. Now, what did Michael Jordan say? He said, "Hey, Circle, check out this innovation on Algorand." Calling out Circle. I like it. See if anything else is interesting. Thanks. This is a great idea, but I noticed when I tried using it, you have to deposit $1,000 at a time. When you can do $10, that would be good. This has been lowered to $250 now. Keep in mind, this is a public beta, so we're still gathering feedback and many things can change. Let's see, looks like about a 1% fee either direction. I don't know, like I like the idea, but probably better just to do it all in Algorand, right? I mean, it sounds like a cool idea, I guess, right? You know, but yeah, Lofty. I still like my Lofty. I like. It's a good platform overall. It's become a little less user friendly than when it started, which is not the direction you usually want it to go. So hopefully it'll become a little more user friendly. I just like the way it was when it first started. I thought it was really easy to use. It functioned well, and now they changed it to a less user friendly version, and it doesn't always function well. Like sometimes you just get stuck on things. There's little bugs. I pointed out some of them to the developers. I hope they got fixed, but I actually haven't bought a Lofty token in a while, other than with stuff that I use from my referral fees. Which, by the way, if you wanna get started on Lofty AI, I do have a link in my description below, and you will get some off. You'll get some money off your investment, and so will I. So, just putting that out there. Let's see. Gibbs says. It says the Algo staking rewards is better in Folks Finance. Yeah, I actually used Folks Finance this time. That was going to be one of my little experiments, and then, you know, because I also had this other LP on there, then it ruined it. So now I have to go like untangle all that mess, which is another reason why I don't know. I'm just sick of governance. It's like so much BS. Lofty not limiting API access, so a bunch of user-created tools are not usable any longer. Well, I didn't even know about those. I'd be curious to learn more about that. I didn't know that existed. I just used the platform as it's very interesting. Yeah, I like it because I've always wanted. I always had an eye on real estate, but it's like such a big risk. And I was just talking with one of my friends this morning about all the pain in the butt from all the renters that she's had. People just wrecking the place, not paying their rent, and sounds like a big pain. So like I'd rather just Lofty makes it really easy. And I get a good sense of that too because they send you all these emails about like the stuff that's going wrong with the property. And I keep thinking, man, I don't have to deal with any of that. Someone else does though. So I think I have like 12 total properties and multiple coins on a lot of them. So it's like, yeah, if I had 12 properties, these are the number of headaches I'd have to deal with on a regular basis. Let's see what else we got. So just another reminder, guys, if you have not subscribed yet and you're new to the channel, love it if you subscribe. We do this live stream pretty much every Saturday. Just about every Saturday. I miss some Saturdays on occasion. And of course, during the week, we're doing all these we're doing all these plans to experiments in crypto, just to let you know how this goes. Because I got frustrated when I started my channel. When I was first getting into crypto, I watch these videos and they make everything sound great, and then you try it out and there's all these things they didn't tell you about, and that really frustrated me. So I wanted to make videos where I just tell you everything and tell you how it goes. And the reason I do a lot of Algorand content is their stuff tends to work pretty well. It tends to be fairly user friendly, and the fact that it's low fees, very fast, makes it great. Now I'm kind of branching out into Hedera because I really like HBAR, and Near Protocol is a good one. I've actually had Atom for a long time, probably about the same amount of time I've had Algorand. So, and I don't do a ton of videos on that, but it is pretty cool. Okay, IMF laid out an action plan for crypto, and it includes not designating it as a legal tender. So let's take a look at that. Oops, here we go. Nope. I wish I could make these transitions between screens a little smoother, but it is what it is. No, I just want to click on it so I can scroll. Are you kidding me? Okay. Yep. IMF lays out. So this is from Reuters. Oh, you did it to me again? Are you kidding me? Hold on. This happened to me last week too. We'll get it right this time. Pat, I'm going to talk about that in a second. They did not kick off. We were actually doing a testing session today, and I'll tell you about that in a second. Okay, IMF lays out crypto action plan recommends against legal tender status. This comes from Reuters. International Monetary Fund. The International Monetary Fund has laid out a 9-point action plan for how countries should treat assets, with point number 1, a plea not to give cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin legal tender status. The global lender of last resort said its executive board has discussed a paper, Elements of Effective Policies for Crypto Assets, that provided guidance to IMF member countries on key elements of an appropriate policy response to crypto assets. Such efforts have become a priority for authorities, the fund said, after the collapse of a number of crypto exchange assets over the last couple of years, adding that doing nothing was now untenable. The top recommendation was to safeguard monetary sovereignty and stability by strengthening monetary policy frameworks and do not give crypto assets official currency or legal tender status. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I got to talk about this because this just frustrates me. I'm sick of people conflating crypto with these scam projects on top of it, like FTX, like Celsius. Crypto isn't the problem. That's like saying we shouldn't have money anymore. We shouldn't have US dollar anymore because all these banks did terrible things in 2007. Okay, it's not the money, it's not the crypto. The crypto just exists. It's the people doing these bad things. You need better regulations. For one thing, you need an SEC that actually goes after bad actors and not just hurts the little guy. Like, how about that? That's a good start, you know? So when you have Elizabeth Warren colluding with SEC Chair Gary Gensler, and they're spreading it, they're planning out their questions and answers ahead of time, you know, that's not much oversight, is that? Like, how about holding his feet to the fire because he failed on FTX? The SEC failed on the Great Recession and the 2007 2008 financial collapse. The SEC was like nowhere to be found. You know, they had someone shove their nose in the face of Bernie Madoff scam, and they still couldn't arrest him until, you know, years later. I mean, there's billions of dollars that could have been saved if they had actually done their job. And then you have stuff like this where they're like, oh, let's just make it hard for crypto. Crypto is not the problem. I don't know how many times I have to say this. It's just so frustrating to see these people who should know better, and they just keep not addressing the real problem, and that bothers me. All right, rant over. That stuff just ticks me off, man. All right, it says did NifGen. So Pat, you asked about NifGen. Yeah, sorry, I've been noticing when I go back and take some of the videos, when I've been making shorts out of the videos, and they get so scratchy. I think it's partially this computer. I can maybe close some stuff and see if that helps. But while I'm doing that, what I was going to say about NifGen, so they found some issues that they wanted to address in terms of security. So they actually pushed it back. I'm going to close that too. This poor old computer, like, it's having trouble handling it. So they're going to launch on Monday. So Monday they're officially launching. Friday was like the official onboarding, although it ended up being today, which is good because I have more time today. So actually this afternoon I was on with the team at NifGen walking through. So they took a video while I walked through the platform to sign up to make sure everything worked. And actually we found that the referral codes didn't quite work. So when I created an account, I could click the referral link, but it was like a generic code and not an actual referral link. And so they're actually working on fixing that right now. So it's a good thing we did that, because that's why you do testing. You find the bugs. So it should be coming very, very soon. Monday it's supposed to come out. I'm very excited. I was really hoping I'd have a referral link to share on the live stream, but that didn't happen. And by the way, guys, is it still scratchy? I'm hoping it got a little better. I know my computer's lagging a bit, so I may have to see what's going on. Maybe I can clear up some room on it or something. But that's the story with NifGen. Did I have another one? Oh yeah, a real short one. And I'm just gonna go right to it, because I'm gonna start closing some tabs too. It seems to be going a little faster now. Let's see. Twitter. Yeah, so if you guys are interested, I'm gonna pause it for now. But if you go to Metrics DAO, they have a Near 101 webinar. So you can it's a beginner's guide. You can just watch all this stuff about Near protocol. You know, that's one of the ones I like on here. That's another one. I left that out. I talked about Hashpack and Atom staking, but I think Near staking is pretty easy too. And Near, what I like about Near is it automatically restakes. I like that a lot. But if you want to learn all about Near protocol, it's kind of a cool little thing. It's about an hour, a little less than an hour, so worth checking out, I think. Oh, you know what? I forgot about. We should look at Algo Gaming Guild. Let me just pull this up here for a second. I'm going to find it. And, you know, I met these guys at Decipher. They're really cool. I gotta see what did you say? Waiting for the moment. A bit better on the feed audio. That's good. Okay, thanks, guys. Waiting for the moment FBC realizes you can't have 1,000 tabs open at the same time. Well, why not? I think I should be able to. All right, let's just scroll through together. I didn't really look at these beforehand. Let's see. Guild updates. I don't care. Sorry, these guys are really nice. So I don't. I'm just joking around. Knights of Algorand looks like a little top-down exploration side scroller. Ooh, I like this. I like this too. Hands Knights of Algorand, an upcoming 2D action RPG, announced that their game's official currency will be gold. You know what gold is? It's a token backed by real gold that is issued by Mel Gold. This token will be earned by completing quests in the game's stellar system. Quest accessibility and amounts will be determined based on a number of NFTs held and their related rarity score. This is some incredible utility for their NFT holders. That's really wild. Oh, come on. Alchemon, a community favorite monster collecting and trading card game, dropped a sneak peek of their upcoming Alchemist NFT release, and they look great. This NFT collection represents your Alchemon player NFT as a collection with a multitude of trait possibilities. Yeah, that's interesting. Is that what the game looks like now? You know, I have not played Alchemon in a long time. I wonder if it got a lot better. Here's what it looks like. Do you want to take a look? I need a drink of water anyway. Well, that's interesting. That wasn't as exciting as I thought. Algo Leagues. Yeah, I accidentally bought 2 of a critter on Algo Leagues. Still a Discord game, so I don't know. I haven't really dug into it a ton. Seems interesting. What are they doing? Oh, there's leaderboards. Yeah, that's not a big deal. Gunny, actually this game looks kind of fun too. It's like you can't really tell from the screen that they created, but it's I like that they're adding the in-dev thing or whether it's out or not. That's cool. Good idea. This is kind of like it kind of looks like Fortnite. Actually, let's watch this one. Okay, that wasn't exciting at all. Are they talking about something that actually? Yeah, well, it's kind of interesting. It's like a battle royale game. Looked the screen grab, this gameplay I've seen looks really similar to Fortnite stuff like that. But apparently, you'll be able to take NFTs from into their game from other Algorand games, which is kind of cool. They had some Alchemon in there. I don't know. I think that can be a fun game. Connie World. Don't know about this one. Involving NFT game, reduce treasure hunting to the Discord game. I'm just not interested. I'm just not into Discord games. What game are you guys excited about? Let me know in the chat. Algo Seas, yeah. I have one pirate left. All my pirates are dead, but one pirate. So I'm just like using one pirate. If you're a fan, actually, I met the guy who created this. He's a really nice guy. Very interesting. I'm just amazed at the people. At just like the intelligence level of the people that actually can develop this stuff. Crazy. If you were a fan or player of Algoseas, the Idle Pirate NFT staking game, the last few weeks have definitely been an exciting time. Since the introduction of the guilds, the increase in sale volume of pirate NFTs has been insane. In order to help support the trade-related quests in the guild system, the Algoseas team dropped a new collection stats page. This page allows you to quickly search for specific traits and find your pirates that match. Dude, I'm not in a guild in any video game because I'm so bad at all of them. They're fun to play. Oh yeah, Algonaut blog has an in-depth guide to the guilds. He's also has a really in-depth guide to just Algoseas in general. So Algonaut's a good dude. Zone. Oh, they officially dropped their player versus player game modes. I haven't played Zone in a while. I wonder if the games are working better because my games were just not working. They would just freeze. And the one that pissed me off was the cube form. I'm really good at the cube form, but half the time it would act like I was cheating just because I would win. But it would slow down too, which isn't really my fault. But lately, like the last times I tried to play, like it just crashed. Sushi Land play to build game on Algorand. Let's see, anything interesting? Yeah, they're just talking. You know what? No game out in dev, right? Yeah, looks cool though. Actually, look at those screens. That looks really neat. Wonder if I'm losing people. I'm just gonna go through this and we'll see who's saying what. Chantorian is a game I'm really excited about, and I like those screen grabs. It makes it look really cool. I met them at Decipher too. Very nice. The team behind Chantorian, an upcoming space-themed MMO, are lore-writing experts. Their lore releases are worth a read if you're part of their community, or even if you're just a game lore or space-based story connoisseur. This release is about Udis being faced with a dangerous scenario which compels them to make a quick, dangerous exit. You can find the story on their website. Yeah, I don't care. Let me know when the game is out. Back to monsters. Yeah, so I've been playing this. And I forgot about my monster today. Back to Monsters, the monster taming game, which is now available on mainnet, has been teasing some of the new features coming to the game, including a fishing minigame and the ability to craft spells. There are going to be fun additions to the game, and we are looking forward to trying them out. Fractal Labs team also has launched a subreddit for the game, which will be a great place. Yeah, I can't get into a subreddit, and it's kind of a long subreddit. Yeah, I can't get into their Discord because it makes you have. Oh, I haven't been sharing this tab, guys. Oh, I'm so sorry. Wow, you guys all leave now. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, why did it? Oh, it opened in a new tab, and I didn't realize it opened in a new tab. Tab screwed me again. God, I'm so sorry about that. I'm amazed you guys are all still here. I thought you'd all be like, heck with this guy. Well, we'll remember that for next time. But yeah, Fractal Monsters, cool game. I've been playing it. Sorry about that, guys. Jeez. Let's see. Pat says, "Zone just introduced a new word search game. Oh, that can be fun." Yeah, I'm gonna have to play around with it. It's fun. Hey Dale, thanks for letting me know that the audio is good. Appreciate that. And now that's stuck again. Great. Well, yeah. So, yeah, something about this. This is kind of an old computer I'm on, so I might switch it around. I think I might use a different setup here in a minute. But well, guys, thanks for watching today. Hope you guys are all doing well out there. I can't exit the page. I'm on a live stream. I'm gonna start Xing out of more. I don't have that many tabs open. Is the funny thing. Oh, can I move my stuff again? Cool. Anyway, guys, hope you're doing well out there. Hope I know everything didn't go perfectly in this live stream, but it usually doesn't. It's just kind of how it goes. But yeah, it's just fun hanging out with you guys and talking about this stuff. I might do another gaming stream on Monday. We will see. Really looking forward to the Godot version of Townstar, which did release. I think I might have covered that on the last episode. I just did another. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh, another competition. Following some advice from another YouTuber, Dubstep Rod, and it went pretty well. But I still finished like 1,500. So I'll get some NFTs for that. But I wouldn't have been in the gala competition. I wouldn't have done very well. So it is what it is. Play to Earn should be coming back sometime soon. I'm guessing it's going to be more like April at this point, just because the Godot test is taking so long. Like that, I think that's going to have to be out before they put Earn back on. So we'll see. But yeah, we'll check out that. I'll check out that word search game on Zone. Remember, if you're not subscribed, feel free to subscribe to the channel so you can get notified about these live streams, as well as just see all the stuff we do, all the videos on the experiments we do, and just general crypto news. Really cover Algorand, HBAR, all that. And if you want to support the channel, there's some ways to do that in the description. Also, like and subscribe, as I talked about that already. Okay, and merch. The merch is coming, so keep that. Yeah, you're welcome, Pat. Thanks for being on. Thanks for watching. Thanks to everybody who watched. I appreciate it. And as always, stay safe out there. Not your keys, not your crypto. And I'll see you in the future.